best of both worlds. Yeah, maybe if the worlds are garbage world and trash world. Hannah Montana was a massive part of my childhood, and there is probably no bigger Disney star than Miley Cyrus. So this 20th anniversary Hannah Montana special was highly anticipated, but did it live up to the expectations? Well, frankly, I wanted a full-length concert ending with fireworks and a reboot announcement into the mic as the crowd screamed encore. So, in that sense, no. But was it at least good? Or was it garbage member berries that left me feeling depressed? Well, we're gonna get into all that, but as a hint, let me tell you the lineup of guest stars for the special, and you tell me what you think. We've got Alex Cooper, host of Call Her Daddy podcast. Tish, Miley Cyrus's mom. Billy Ray, Miley Cyrus's dad. Selena Gomez. Chappell Roan for some reason. And that's fucking it. You may be thinking, sounds like none of the actual stars of the show are there besides Miley Cyrus. And you'd be fucking right. The runtime for the anniversary special is only 58 minutes long. But to be honest, even with some of that time being filled with songs, it somehow still felt like the longest 58 minutes of my life. And I fucking loved Hannah Montana. A reunion special to me should include the main cast of the show. And the main cast of Hannah Montana really should have been there. Yeah, spoilers, no one's fucking there except for Billy Ray Cyrus. Sadly, we get no Lily, which is Miley's best friend on the show, no Oliver, another one of Miley's best friends, no Jackson, her damn brother, no Rico, Jackson's boss who was also a child, no Roxy the bodyguard, no Jake the love interest, no one. Basically no one from the original cast is involved in this special, which is absolutely crazy to me. And I feel it was almost falsely advertised. It really seems like it's gonna be this whole Hannah Montana party. Emily Osment, who played Lily, said she was too busy filming her current sitcom, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, which, I mean, do they not film that in LA, right? Why didn't she just come visit? She couldn't get one day off? Whatever. And I'm assuming Mitchell Musso wasn't invited since he's fallen out of Disney's good graces. He's not even allowed to voice Jeremy anymore on Phineas and Ferb. But why weren't Jackson and Rico there? Or Roxy? Or Jake? I don't know. Surely someone could have shown up. Dolly Parton guest appearance? No? Nobody? And I thought there was going to be no Billy Ray either. He takes a long ass time to show up, but finally towards the end he does. But it's too little too late by then, to be frank. Which Billy Ray looks like a washed up caveman creature. So let's talk about this Hanniversary and see what made it such a disgrace. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy this video, and buckle up, because I'm fucking pissed by this one, guys. Let's dive in. So the special starts off really strong with Hannah performing Best of Both Worlds, and that was really fun. But then Miley just wanders around an empty set by herself. It's like a Hannah Montana haunted house, and it kind of just feels weird that she's alone, talking to herself, wandering through this set. Then she says, let's bring out the one person who remembers more about Hannah Montana than I do. I thought for sure that's when Billy Ray was gonna pop up, but no. Instead, it's some random girl. Apparently it's Alex Cooper, the host of podcast Call Her Daddy, but I don't know about that stupid shit, and to me, she's a random person. Yeah, I guess she's famous and claiming to be a huge diehard fan of Hannah Montana, but again, why not use someone who was involved with the actual show? A producer from back in the day, someone who directed a bunch of episodes. But no, we got a random podcast host. Okay. And for some reason, they walk slightly off set to go sit on some chairs, with the set just kind of being behind them. Am I missing something? Why not just sit on the couch in the set living room? Miley talks about how she promoted the Hannah Montana 20-year anniversary special before it officially existed, so that the network had to make it real once it saw how much fan hype it had. And that's pretty funny, I gotta give her that. We also get a bunch of segments of Miley with her mom, Tish, where they reminisce over some of the outfits and the audition process for the show. And these parts were fine, whatever. It's kinda cute that Miley is clearly super close with her mom, which it's kind of ironic that they kill her off in the show canonically, when in real life, that's the parent she's much closer with. And probably my favorite part of the whole thing is when a former director of Disney shares an email he sent sent to the team when he announced they were going to pick Miley for the role, which was a risky move at the time because she was so young and inexperienced with acting and performing. He basically says he saw star potential in her and wanted to take a chance on her instead of casting another finalist who seemed like a safer option. I thought that part was really cool since we know all these years later he was absolutely right and Miley did turn out to be a massive star. But again, even though that was cute, you really notice that this reunion special really suffers from the lack of appearances from any actually relevant people. Like, why does Selena Gomez show up? I forgot she was even a guest star on Hannah Montana. I'm pretty sure she was in just one episode. No, sorry, just looked it up. It was 2 episodes. Big whoop-de-fucking-do. Guess what? Jackson was in almost all of them. Where's he? And why in God's name is Chapel Roan here? Doesn't she have some kid to be yelling at or something? She has absolutely nothing to do with the show. She was just a kid when it aired. They might as well have invited me on to talk about how much I loved the show as a kid, because that's all Chapel Roan does. A complete fucking waste of time. I just don't understand why they would have invited Jackson and Rico and Jake to attend the premiere of the anniversary special, but not actually invite them to appear in it. They were literally at the red carpet premiere for the special. That means they were available and were easy to contact. So why the fuck were they not even featured for a goddamn 30 seconds? But Chapel Roan, random ass motherfucker, is in there. What? These actors were all part of the show, and dedicating even just a few minutes of screen time to the cast actually having a reunion on screen would have made this a lot better. Like hearing Jackson say, "Oh, hey Miley, remember that time we were filming this scene and this happened?" And them all laughing about some behind the scenes memories. That's what I wanted. That's what this thing is missing. And I have no idea why they give that screen time instead to call her daddy girl and Chapel Roan. I mean, clearly the cast was still willing to be involved since they showed up to the premiere, right? So why weren't they asked to be in it? I'm pissed. And spoiler alert for the ending, but there is a surprise 4th song to close out the special, and that was cool. I love seeing Miley perform. There could have been even more of that, and I wouldn't have been upset. But the scenes of random people who weren't on the show yapping, and Miley being alone instead of reuniting with her old co-stars, all felt like a big missed opportunity to me. And genuinely, this did feel like probably the longest hour of my life. Like I had to check and make sure I wasn't wrong about the 58-minute runtime, because it felt much longer. Yap Fest with the wrong people yapping. I wanted to see her yapping with the people who she yapped with on my TV screen back in the day. But instead we got Selena Gomez, Chapel Roan, and fucking Call Her Daddy host Alex Cooper, with a little sprinkle of Billy Ray on the side. When Billy Ray appears, he actually reads through some old lines with Miley from an old episode, and that was probably one of my favorite parts of the whole special. It made me a little bit emotional, and I wish there was more shit like that during the special. Overall, since I'm such a big fan of Miley, I was a little disappointed with this one. Not gonna lie, as if you couldn't tell, but I still love you, Miley. And I would die for a Hannah Montana reboot. But enough of me yapping. What do you guys think of the Hannah Montana 20-year anniversary special? Or as Miley likes to call it, the Hanniversary. Am I being too harsh? Or do you think we got fucking ripped off? Because that's exactly what I think. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments, and let's kick it. And a quick shout out to the Agro Army, the Patreon and channel members. I would put a blonde wig on for y'all and dance around on stage. Metaphorically, of course. If you're still here, make sure you're subscribed and check out some other videos. All right, thanks for listening.